Hey everybody, Bob Chick, and I have made the trek to Tampa. I promise everybody big news coming this week, and we are here at Titan Medical. We're going to be signing a big deal with these guys here today, John and Charisse. Well, they're right about here, but they're actually inside. We're going to be talking a little bit of business, and I want to welcome them to the Voice of Bodybuilding, and let's make our way in there, get ourselves some Titan apparel, and get some blood work, and let's get this party started. Here we go. All right, guys. Well, congratulations to all of us.
Awesome. Very happy.
Many years in the making, but we're now signed and official, and
Yes.
I couldn't be happier. But as you guys know, I've got goals, okay? They're a little different than they were years ago, but still goals nonetheless. The Olympia is coming up in just a few months, and I'm trying to get back in my, I don't want to say the glory day shape, but you know, I want to look good. You know what I mean?
Peak physical condition.
Got to look good in the suit, bro. It's all about the appearance, right?
Of course. Especially on Olympia.
So right now, I'm 57. I'll be 58 in December.
Okay.
I'm probably around, I don't know, 275, 280. I know what you're thinking, Charisse.
Yeah.
Svelte is the word you're looking for.
You think so?
Probably not, no. But I thought I'd go for it. But I think if I'm around 250, that would be good.
Okay.
You know, solid 250. I still want to look like I was a bodybuilder at some point. You know, John, just in case somebody came up and they said, "You won the USA?"
Of course.
Say, yeah, you know, so it's not such a quizzical look on their face.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you did, really?
Yeah,
like,
right.
I don't see it. You know, I just want enough muscle to look like I used to be a bodybuilding champion. And
Sure.
okay, I could see that. You know, I think that's cool, right?
Sure.
And but 250, lean. Like I said, get the midsection back down a little bit, nice. You know, keep the musculature. So that's kind of where I'm looking. You know, maybe it's full protocol. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we just did the blood work. We're going to get that back.
Yeah, that'll tell us a lot.
Of course.
Yeah, that will tell us a lot in terms of like, okay, here's what we would suggest. Or are these realistic goals? Like how much can I do this? Can I do before the Olympia? Let's just say it's 8 weeks.
Right. I mean, a lot of it we can do a lot. As far as result-wise, in 8 weeks, there's a lot that can be done. I mean, obviously, when we get the blood work back, we can look at the blood work, see what's going on there, see if there's any deficiencies, anything that needs to be optimized. Make sure that you're running at full optimal levels all the way through and through. It's almost like a race car, right?
Right.
You want to make sure it's tested and tuned, and once that thing's tested and tuned, it's going to run at its best peak possible lap around the track, right? And that's what we want for you. So we want to make sure that, one, you're healthy from the inside, and that reflects on the outside. Because I've seen a ton of people that look like Ferraris on the outside, they look like Pintos on the inside.
Yeah, I don't need the Pinto thing.
Right, we don't want that. We want the inside to match the outside. So we want you to be optimal on the inside health-wise, and then outside reflect that. And for you already being to where you've been before, it shouldn't be too hard for you to get there, especially because you're going to be doing the training, the eating,
have the other side
the
down.
sleeping.
Yeah,
You've got
That's
the
the hard
core
part.
foundation.
Yeah, we could give everybody everything on the planet, and then they don't do what they're supposed to do on their own time.
No, that we already got, right?
Yes.
Like I've got the.
So that makes it complicated.
Yes.
But
I've got the
even
core.
If you didn't have blood work done, honestly, we have a ton of different therapies that would help you kind of reach what you're trying to reach.
Yeah, so the training's solid. I got $100,000 worth of Panada equipment in my garage.
Wow.
Which I've turned into a gym. So. You know, if you were watching the VOB, Charisse, you would see this stuff. But you know, when you're in all the spare time that you guys
I
have.
was trying to say, I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, when I get to
I'll send you the highlight.
watch.
I'll send you the highlight clips.
Yeah, send me the highlights. Yeah.
It's just for you.
I can watch the highlights.
You can watch those.
Wait,
but
how long are the highlights actually?
they're not long. They're 30 seconds.
Okay.
But even you can do that. But that'll give you a glimpse though into my world. But no, I got a full gym that I've put in my, basically it's a big, huge garage. You know, we're on the water in Savannah, Georgia, so it's a big, gigantic 5-car type garage.
wow,
thing.
nice.
I took up 3 of the bays with a gym.
There you go.
Yeah, but it's very cool, state-of-the-art equipment. So I got the best of the best for training.
Beautiful.
Not a problem.
Beautiful.
Eating, I told you guys, I eat fairly clean actually, which is the only reason I think I even look this decent.
I would never expect that.
But I'm 80 to 90% clean. Monday through Friday, I eat the same thing every day. And we were talking about this, like you're a creature of habit.
Yep, same thing.
Yeah, it's a bob bowl of some form, 4 times a day. Yeah. White rice, either steak or chicken.
Yep.
You know, chop up some peppers or some onions, you know, nothing, you know, a little hot sauce and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So it's pretty clean, you know. As ailments go, I don't have the best knees.
Okay.
Actually, last year or so, I got the one scoped.
Gotcha.
The other one, I actually did some, what's the injections?
Did you do some peptides or did you?
I did the peptides.
Okay.
So what are the 2?
BPC 157 and TB 500.
Thank you. I knew you guys would know that. I can't remember the names.
Game changers.
I got to be honest though, I didn't think they did anything for me.
Really?
Not the right dosage.
Now, it could be that. I was with a company, I don't want to...
Or let's tell the famous line
okay,
here.
all right.
It wasn't coming from a pharmacy. You didn't know what you're actually getting.
No, this was actually through one of your competitors, which we won't name, but you guys know who they are.
Yep.
So I don't know, actually. I mean, it could have been underdosed, but I didn't feel anything from this stuff.
Really?
I mean, and I took it religiously. I even took it in the area.
Really?
Just thinking that maybe that would be a catch-all. Maybe that's a little more properties if it's actually shot into the area. It's basic wear and tear.
Okay.
No major injuries. Never had a problem throughout the bodybuilding career. But both knees are creaky.
Gotcha.
Tried those 2. Didn't do much. Actually got the one scoped. So they're both pretty rough. You know, there's some arthritis going on in there and stuff. So anything you guys could recommend for that would be my most, you know. My general joints aren't bad. In the brief time I was on, DECA seems to help. So anything like that, you know, it's like a magic cure-all, at least it was back in the day. That does seem to help. So if that gives you any clue as to, you know, you know, into where I'm at for that. But like I say, I don't have any major injuries. I don't have any real problems or anything that keeps me back from doing anything. I do train legs. What I think what's helped is I actually started training legs. Now, just drawing on the old bodybuilding days of if you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
It's true.
I mean, listen, it's not going to get stronger as I get older, right?
Right.
So I thought to myself, you know, I have to start approaching this like you know, using the knowledge I do have from the bodybuilding days.
Of course.
Train it light. I do extensions, I do curls. Light, nothing crazy. And I've got a combination, which is a great piece of equipment, by the way. Shout out to Panada.
It's actual equipment. I thought you were going to talk about actual combination.
No, this is real good stuff. Yeah, it's a leg press / hack squat.
Oh wow!
Okay.
So I can transform like a transformer. You move this lever, you know, it comes down.
That's cool.
Beautiful piece of it. And I'll do those. And again, nothing crazy. It's just on a stack. You know, there's no free weights, you know, involved. I'm not going. You know, there's no reason to do that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But I can. The knees do feel better, and they have been better for like the last 3-4 months. I haven't really had any issue because they were far worse before that when I was clowning around with the other thing. And but I got not the peptides. What's the thing where they do your own blood?
Oh, PRP.
PRP. That I didn't think did anything.
Really?
You might just be past that point.
I don't know. I mean, and that's possible. But here's the thing, Sharice, and I don't get. If I was past that point,
really heard something was like.
Well, but here's the thing, Sharice. I'm trying to figure out, right? Just using logic, right? If I was past the point, wouldn't they be worse now?
It depends on how have you toned up the top half of your body a little bit, like as far as weight wise.
I mean, nothing different.
Like what your legs are carrying.
So the best example I can give is myself. Right now I have 2 slap tears in both shoulders.
Okay.
Stage 3. So it's superior labrum and anterior post tear. And at that point, like my shoulders like lifting, it's kind of hard for me to lift or whatever it may be. But the best thing you can do is if you lift around those areas, you get the muscles and everything stronger, so it keeps them more in
That's why I decided to train legs.
And I think that's what's going on there.
But I think that's helping. I would think they'd be progressively worse. Like I say, they did a scope on the one because it was allegedly worse than the other one. I thought that was even marginal. I didn't really feel a whole lot of
relief.
No, not really. They felt very loose, especially like going downstairs.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
better up going upstairs and stuff. But they are 50% better.
Okay.
Just from training them and what little, TRT I did, for that time. And that's kind of where I'm at now. But you know,
So there's some other different things you can look at too as well. When we start talking about like injuries and stuff, first, if it's chronic, it could be inflammation. That could be setting some of these different things off.
Yeah.
And inflammation in the body, we can help out with that.
Okay.
You know, and then the other thing would be recovery. So as we age, recovery starts going down.
Sure.
Why? Because deficiency in hormones and growth hormone and all these great things. So even looking at something that's maybe like a growth hormone releasing hormone peptide to help recovery and stimulate recovery better, that one might be a good option for you too.
Sure.
So when we
is some of it trial and error, or is it? I mean, obviously you guys have a lot of experience in this with various athletes of ages and things. And
everybody's different,
Everybody is different.
Everybody responds to everything different.
Yeah.
So I mean, you and the next guy, and you have 3 guys lined up, and they all have the same problem.
Yeah, but
and they all
you might have 3 different answers to what works.
To a certain
Exactly.
degree. I mean, for me, I use BBC 157 and TB 500, and from where we get it from, off the first injection, I usually get immediate relief with the inflammation, so it doesn't hurt as bad. So when I sleep at night, I'm a side sleeper, and I sleep on my shoulders, and I wake up and I'm in pain just getting up, and so I'll inject it, and it definitely helps me out there. And I'm still benching. I mean, 275 to 315 right now.
Why are you benching at all? Get rid of the bench press. That's your first key.
I don't know how to do chest otherwise.
This is where Big Brother Bob has to educate you
Please.
now, because, bro, the worst exercise in the world. Don't ever bench press.
Really? So what do I do for my chest?
Well, first of all, I got $100,000 worth of Panada equipment.
Yeah.
Now, for those that we'll get you set up, all right?
Because I mean, I did
anything
free
else.
weights. I mean, I
Anything else.
don't know.
Seriously,
that.
I would do anything
Anything
except the
but
bench
bench.
press. I've written articles, old Flex magazines. You could look it up against the bench press, the squat, the core exercise. I'd get death mail.
Yeah.
Actually, you used to get mail back then. There was no.
I know emails.
That's how far back this goes. No, people would go crazy. Wow, what are you talking about? You're just lazy. You just don't want to do it. You
Really?
hate squatting. It's like, I grew up squatting, benching.
Yeah.
These exercises were made in the 1800s because that's what we had. Like I was around in the 1800s, right?
Yeah.
That's what they had back then,
Yeah.
right? No, we've got advancements now. You ever look at a modern piece of equipment? Everything's got an angle to the handle.
Right.
Of course, because it's conducive to the way your
Your
shoulders
body's
run to
structured.
your elbows, to your wrists, to your hands, which are at an angle at your side.
Yep.
Do anything except the bench press. Your shoulders will be 50% better.
Okay.
Anything with a straight bar is horrible.
Okay.
A tricep press. I mean, you guys have trained. I mean, you know.
I've trained. Yeah.
Listen, you go heavy with straight bar. Next thing you know, your inner elbows are killing you.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't go too heavy on that. Though.
Straight bar curls. Again, that your hand. If I put my hands up right now on this table, they're in this position.
Of course.
Right? They're not like this.
Of course.
If I do this, I have to. Everything turns.
course.
And anybody that's got inner elbow problems, straight bar curls.
Yeah.
Use easy curl bar, but
Yeah.
the bench press. This
Okay.
this
I will.
motion right here, your shoulder does not like.
Oh, I know.
Pitchers, athletes, right? People. If you look, it's the same position.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep.
And it becomes chronic after a while. But yeah, don't get out of the old school, bro.
Okay. I will.
Basically, I got to tell you about old school.
I
right?
do. Listen, I'm all about
Of
it.
all things, but I'm telling you, if you never bench press again, you would go to dumbbells, go to, there's machines work, there's presses, everything that's got an angle, anything that can turn, anything except this position is your best friend. And I'm telling you, that will go away.
Okay. I definitely, listen, I will. I like, me benching, I obviously, and it feels better when I work out. So I've had the periods where I've had to be down 2 weeks and it's more pain coming back to me than I had before.
Yeah, because it's your body's screaming to you because it's the worst position for your shoulder. Listen,
I will do it.
You've been around the game not as quite as long as me, but you've been around a while, right? Out of the 500 people that have torn pecs,
Oh, it's bench.
how many of them have been not on a bench press?
Not too many. It's always been bench.
0.
It's always been bench.
It's 500 to 0.
But
You don't even know a person.
Eagle lifting though, they're pushing.
But you know what I mean? But bro, you've never heard of anybody doing it with a dumbbell. You've never heard of anybody doing it with a pec deck.
That's true.
Something you think you're out here, right? You think if anything's going to tear a pec, it's this. No,
For sure.
You don't know one person that's ever torn a pec doing that. It's
don't.
always the bench press,
always bench.
and that's for a good reason. That's because it's a crappy exercise. So.
Bench does hurt a lot of people. Shoulders, elbows, like you said,
I'll have to
pecs.
take a video and send it to you
So
when he
there's some
does
different
something
things.
different.
No, I'm telling you, you watch.
Well, I do. So what I do is, like on my chest day, I'll do flat bench and I'll do 4 sets. 3 where I'm pyramided up.
just get
4th
rid
I
of
do
that.
half, and then I go to dumbbells and I'll do incline and I'll do flat and then I'll do cable work afterwards. And that's
We're gonna get you set up with some different stuff.
I'm ready.
You're gonna have a whole new experience.
I'm
but-
ready.
All right, so this is doable. 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
All
8
right.
weeks, we'll put together a comprehensive, personalized regimen from the medical provider to you, which is going to incorporate probably a couple different things, depending on what the blood test says. If it's testosterone, we can obviously optimize the hormones, make sure you have add back therapy for the testicles so they don't shrink, and the wife's not going to be mad at you. And then make sure the estrogen's in check.
Always a bonus.
Yeah, so you're not crying during frisky commercials or sad movies or something that you think that I should not be getting emotional about, right? So that's
I don't
one
need
thing.
any Kevin Nash in the longest yard
Definitely not. Definitely not.
style stuff. But listen, I trust you guys for that stuff. But great to be on board. Like I say, finally, I know we've been talking biz for 10 years now since you guys started. But looking forward to it, man.
Me too.
Appreciate it.
Very excited. Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, John.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Cerise.